This is WRAIR's driver counseling page. This report allows you to counsel a driver on violations received during a specific time frame. You have several different options with this report. You can build this report in a Word format that only allows you to build your violation information into a Word format. From there, you can counsel your driver and just keep the files on your computer if you choose. The second option you have is to include company violations. That checkbox is always automatically checked. You can choose to exclude form and manner violations, include log accuracy data, and include GPS data. For right now, I'm just going to leave everything as is. We'll be using our demo time frame of March of 2008, and I'll be looking at my driver, Brent Acosta. Just go ahead and search for him. Okay, so once I search for my driver, my report automatically builds. As you can see, this driver has quite a few different violations. Some of those he's already been counseled on. So you can see that he has 2 missing logs for the month of March. He has no incomplete logs for this time frame, but he does have several different violations, such as average speed over the limit. He failed to flag a pre or post trip inspection, and he has a couple of 11 and 14-hour violations near the bottom. Now, so that you know, for this report, this flag icon will mean that this driver has been counseled on all of these violations prior to today's date. So when I enter a counseling session, I should already know that this driver has been talked to at least once before. Now, once you have your violations listed on the bottom, you want to come up to the top, enter your name as you're counseled by, and then start typing in any notes that you'd like to keep in the system for this driver. Once you have your comments entered, go ahead and save your counseling session, and that counseling session will stay in the system. To pull up that counseling session, what we'll do is we'll actually go to our counseling summary. To get there, I'm just going to go through log management, company reports, and then I'm going to go to our counseling summary. This is WRAIR's counseling summary. This report allows you to view all the counseling sessions that have been saved in the system for a particular date range. Here we can see that we are looking at our organization of Demo WRAIR Trucking. If you'd like, you can pull for a specific location just by using your drop-down. You can use for your e-logging branch, your Florida region, or any other location that is set up for your company. Today we'll be looking at our start and end date of March of 2008. And an important thing to remember about your start and end date on this report is that you're searching by the date counseled. So you will not be looking for the date of the violations. So if you counsel a driver in October for violations received in September, just remember that when you put your start and end date in, you want to use your dates for October. Today we'll look for only those drivers that have been counseled. However, if you'd like, you can use your drop down and search for those drivers that have not been counseled, or both counseled and not counseled drivers. Once you click on Build Report, your report will populate on the bottom. So you'll be able to see any drivers that have been counseled during the month of May. You can see the driver ID is the clickable aspect here, as it is in the dark blue color. And then you have each driver name, who counseled that driver, the date that driver was counseled, as well as your violation start and end dates. To view a particular counseling session, go ahead and click on your driver ID. This is the driver counseling page. This is also where you can come in and enter your counseling sessions. However, when you gain access to this report through your counseling summary, it's where you can actually view the counseling session that has been entered prior to your visit today. As you can see the counselor, what that counselor entered when he was talking with the driver, as well as what violations that driver was counseled on. If you wish to save this counseling session, you can go ahead and do so. It's already been saved in the system, but if you make changes, don't forget to press your save button. One thing that may come in handy is the print ability. So if you'd like to print this counseling session out, go ahead and click on your print button, and that'll allow you to save a paper copy of this counseling session in the driver's file. This is RARE's repeated violations after counseling page. Here you have your organization, which we're looking at our demo RARE trucking account today. Remember that you can build this report by a particular region or location that's set up in this system. We'll also be looking for our demo time frame of March of 2008. Remember that you can always change those either by typing in your start and end date fields or using your calendar icon. The last option you have is to format this report as an Excel spreadsheet. So if you choose to save this to your computer, go ahead and click on your button for Format as Excel. This report will basically show you any drivers who have repeated violations after they've been counseled through the counseling tool in our system. As you can see, we have quite a few different drivers that have been counseled and repeated the same violations that they have been counseled on. You can see the driver ID is the clickable aspect here, as it is in the dark blue color. You also have your driver name and the number of repeated violations during your time frame. If you wish to view the violations that the drivers have been counseled on and repeated, simply click on your driver ID and that will take you to the driver violations page. Down at the bottom, you can see the totals, so you can see that 13 drivers are listed with a total of 192 repeated violations.